The Mistral or Mistral missile is the Gazelle's answer for air-to-air missile engagement. It's a short-range air-to-air infrared homing fire and forget missile with a maximum range of about 5 kilometres or nearly 3 nautical miles. Propelled by a solid rocket booster up to 800 metres a second or Mach 2.6 and with a 2.95 kilogram warhead, this missile can take out all but the most heavily armoured of aircraft. Likened to the AIM-9 infrared homing missile system, the Mistral was used in a manpad role before being strapped to this bird. Welcome Wingflex legends and of course Golf Echo to this video, which is on the Mistral or Mistral. Now it's a very simple system to use. As I said in the introduction, infrared homing missile, so a Fox 2 when you fire that, Fox 2. You'll notice we've got a sight system. This is the Athos sight system, exactly the same as the Vivienne when you use that with the Hot 3 missile, except there's no infrared capability. But if you have a look on top of the aircraft, you can see it looks very similar, the sighting system, but and you can use that for, of course, acquiring targets in distance or looking at threats, particularly if you were in an anchor position, for example, where you were in a denial phase for a particular sort of air corridor against the enemy in this Gazelle helicopter. In front of us, out in the distance there, you might be able to see it. I'll put a label on, is a helicopter drone just in an orbit, and all we're going to do is take him out. Now, very simple. What have we got to do first? Well, we're going to turn on the power to the weapons system on this control panel here. We can adjust the brightness via this rotary switch, and then we're going to arm each of the pylons by arming on the master arm panel here. We're then going to put our HUD down, and you'll notice there's nothing on the HUD yet, and we won't get anything on the HUD until we put the master arm switch on. So let's do that. Now the weapons are now live, and we're looking at concentric circles here, and when a target is in the circles, we'll hear the tone go from that beeping to a constant tone when they're within range. If they're not within range, then we won't get that tone. Lots of other tactics as to how you would employ this particular weapon, and I'm not the person for that. I'm just going to show you how to fire it. Right, let's come off of auto hover. There we go, and let's transition to forward flight and engage our target. Like I said, I really am not the person to teach you air-to-air tactics, I'm afraid. Lots of much more talented people out there that can teach you that. What I can tell you is that you should use the sun to your advantage if you're being chased, because this is an infrared homing missile. And of course, if you're going to engage someone, then you don't want to be looking at the sun when you're going to be engaging, because of course they could be using flares. There's our target, quite close. Box 2. Take another for luck. Box 2. Let's follow him down. Box 2, and that's a splash. I think that's a splash. Have one for luck. Box 2. Crikey, he's had a bad day. And there we go, simple as that. The Mistral missile system on the Gazelle. You've got 4, and a point to note about them is that they're only small. 2.85 kilogram warhead. So something like an Mi-24 that we just took out there, you will probably want to use a couple on that, unless of course you've engaged it side on. You might have a hard time taking him out. There we go, simple as that. That is the Mistral missile system. He's had a bad day, isn't he? Alright, to the next video where we'll be covering rockets, of course the cannon and guns and minigun and all things bang bang pew pew. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.